Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled The Mitzvah of Getting Drunk on Purim. It's certainly not a simple mitzvah at all. We'll just do a very quick overview of some of the Shitot. The Gemara in Zayin Amid Bet in Megilla says that the Chayav of Sumat lo Yadah, a person must get drunk. So there's a difference between Haman and between Aruch Haman and Baruch Mordechai. Question, of course, what does that mean? Does it mean a person should really get that far drunk? That's a pretty extreme state. So the Gemara goes on and says that Rav invited Rav Zera over and they got drunk and he shechted him. Some Mefarshim say it does mean literally. The Miri, Avram and Ram's introduction to Yaakov, Marsha, say it didn't literally mean that he killed him, but he was injured. And therefore next week he didn't want to be invited back again because he didn't know what was going to happen. So what do we do with this whole Gemara, the Halacha, and the story? So Rabbeinu Ephraim is quoted by many Mefarshim. The Beis Yosef quotes him, Tafresh Sadihei. The Ran quotes him earlier and says that after that story happened, Rav shechted Rav Zera. That was a sign that the halacha no longer applies. That's it. It was too dangerous, and therefore it's not normative halacha. You have Mishna on Purim, but not ad lo Yadah. That's the Beis Yosef quoting the Rabbeinu Ephraim. Beis Yosef goes to Orach Chaim, who says that getting drunk is one of the worst affairs in the Torah. It's nothing worse than that. It could lead to all the terrible averos as well, and therefore it cannot be that that's what the Torah, the Gemara is demanding. A person should drink and enjoy, and that's it. It's fascinating that even though Beis Yosef brought these very serious Shitot down, criticizing Ad Lo Yadah, he passes in the Shulchan Aruch Tafresh Sadihei that Mishnah Ad Lo Yadah, he quotes it literally. And it's a bit of a pella. It's a wonder. How did you go ahead and be so critical of Beis Yosef? And then in the Shulchan Aruch, that's where he quotes Halacha L'Maisa. That's what you should do. Hashulchan grapples with it and says maybe he had one of the understandings that Ad Lo Yadah is maybe based on some song they used to sing, Our Haman Baruch Mordechai, and it was a part of a song. It wasn't, and therefore you get drunk enough that you can't repeat the song. And there's some saying they had, and maybe that's what it means. It's not the simple pshat in the Shulchan Aruch. The Ramah goes in and he says that no, that you just drink enough that you drunk a little bit, enough that you fall asleep, and then you're in the state of Ad Lo Yadah. That's the Rambam's language as well. It doesn't mean that they rejected the Gemara, the Halacha as well, based on the story. So Hashulchan says that that's a possibility. But they certainly not clear. The Rambam doesn't use that language. How does he understand the language of the Gemara? So it's not simple. But Lamais, that's what the Rambam and the Ramah hold. The Mishnah says Chain Ra'ilasos, just drink no more than one normally drinks, and that's it. The Aruch Hashulchan brings in another possibility that person should go ahead and be drunk, that he can't really tell the difference. What's greater, the downfall of Haman or the rising of Mordechai? It's another interesting twist as well. And interesting, that's a pshat that my colleague Akiva Lane mentioned as possibly on his own, and Hashulchan does learn that way as well. So L'maisa, we have a range of Shitot, from those that say that the halachos were rejected, Rabbeinu Ephraim, Orach Chaim said there's no way that the halacha ever was set up such a way. To those that say the halacha is to get drunk enough that you fall asleep. The Mishnah Brewer paskins that way. And then you have the simple literal pshat of the Gemara, the Torah, and the Shulchan Aruch, that you really get very, very drunk. So that's the range of Shitot. A person who should really talk this sugya over with his posek, and should not just go ahead and have an outlet for the sake of having an outlet. It should be guided by halacha like every other halacha is. A person should have a wonderful Purim guided by the true Torah principles. Shalom.